All right, I'm going to get started here since this is pretty impromptu. Yeah, there's Sixers21. What's going on, man? How you doing, Maddie? All right, welcome to AFJ's unboxing review of the DC Multiverse Batman. Now, this is the Batman from Gotham by Gaslight, which says right up here, I'm going to have to move it like this, Gotham by Gaslight. It is also part of the Collect to Connect series, the Lex Luthor. Now, this is the Super Luthor, which is right here. And you can see you need 1, 2, 3, 4 figures to build Lex Luthor. Now, I've seen all 3 of these, but I'm having problems finding her. And cannot been able to find her yet. Now, if you've been watching our Instagram the other day, I found this particular Batman for $5.98 at Target. It was mislabeled, and I couldn't resist the chance to actually pick them up. The irony is, earlier in that day, I actually had one in my hand because we had ordered them at AFJ because we wanted the full set so we could build the Lex Luthor and finish out the last of the DC Multiverse figures as we're coming to the end of this line. With that, I probably would not have bought this figure. I am not particularly fond of his face. It doesn't work for some reason to me. I was hoping for more of a Mike Mignola style of a figure, but didn't get it. So, but as we've learned recently in the past, opening the figure, Aquaman case in point, can actually shed some more light, make you appreciate it more. And to me, this is a $6 figure. So yes, the evil one-eye owl. I bought this for $6. It's on the Instagram, and I will post that video right here. Is that right? That can't be right. Okay, junkies, it said it was $5.98. That can't be right, so I'm going to price check it. Here we go. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, lovely. Isn't that awesome? So typical Target. Do it one more time, just in case we screwed it up somehow. Wow. Wow. It's so stupid. This video. So let's get to it. Now, one thing that we have to address here about the box is that some collectors, especially the DC collectors, they're a little upset that Mattel won't change the box. Now, here's the box of Aquaman, which I just opened up earlier this week. That review is actually up right now on YouTube, and it's on our site, actionfigurejunkies.com. They're a little upset with the box. They changed the format of the box. And maybe I can just pull back here a little bit. But as you can see up here at the top, as you can see, the boxes are slightly different. The blue box is a little bit bigger. And this also makes packing them kind of a pain. Like the bottoms here are the same, but if you look here at the tops, you know, it's kind of hard to do this with this camera, but this one's angled more, this is straight, this box is a little bigger. Now, we've been dealing in Figure Shield covers lately, and this box for Figure Shield they have right now, I don't know if they have it for this. They do have some bigger ones that would go over this. They'd be great. But we're going to open this thing up. Spawn, Phil, how you doing? So let's open them up. Again, this is the Build-A-Figure or Collect and Connect as DC Mattel Universe Lex Luthor. So been able to find these 3, and actually could have got all 3 of these for $5.98 each. I would have bought them all if she would have been there. She was not there. So without that, I wasn't going to drop the other, other $12 to get 3 of the figures, because then I'd be hunting for her just to build the damn Lex Luthor. So, big fan of this book. I really like the new animated film that came out last year. I thought it was really well done. Had a nice little twist, a little bit different. But we've got the Lex Luthor head. We've got his cape, as you can see here. And we have extra hands. So I'm actually going to see if I can get this head off, but it's not supposed to come off to put this head on this to do Lex Luthor body. But we've also got little daggers here instead of the Batarang, so that's kind of neat. I like that. D-Boy Batman is your favorite character? It's my wife's favorite character, believe it or not. And I'm not just saying like, oh, she likes Batman. Like, no, she can recite Batman like it's the gospel. So we got tape here, so let's get to this. Got my Batman knife, which is actually my wife's Batman knife, but it's the only knife that I keep out to do this. So we cut this here, and any tape down here? It's a little bit of a pull here. There's a little bit of tape right there on the edge. I don't know why I'm being so cautious with this, because I'm probably just going to scrap the box anyway. And, excuse me, he came pretty easy. Love the artwork here that they've been doing. Adding this, I think, really adds something to the collectability when you're going to keep them in the box. So something you should look forward to. What's up, Monster Movie Monday? How's it going, man? Colby Butt, how's it going? I can't believe how many of you guys tuned back in for this. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So, woo! We got that new figure smell? Let's find out. Not really. Not a new figure smell. So that means not a lot of heavy on the paint there. So actually, I kept this in pretty good shape. This might just go back. Might go back to the office. I kept the Aquaman one because I really liked it. So Aquaman will be here, popping out later. But now, as we're doing more packaging notes here, kind of lame. Like we could have done for the Super Friends wave. They did like a backdrop of the Justice League, which I really liked. But we could have done Gotham or something. That would have been nice here. Gotham by Gaslight. So I don't know. This is kind of, there it is, blue. So let's move on. Thanks, Colby. I really appreciate that. Do I have a favorite Robin? D-Boys, I actually do. It is the Red Robin from the Alex Ross DC Direct line. That is my favorite Robin. And unfortunately, he's in storage right now. I think I got him super cheap at a comic book store. And I was like, this is cool for like $6. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a fantastic figure. So let's, as we see here, we have this awesome cape. Which, actually, if you take a look, let's talk about this cape. Now, this is the Lex Luthor Cape for the Super Lex, and it actually has a spot right here that it slides into the back of Lex's back. So, I may find the rest of the figures just to build Lex and then give them away. But I'd have to find the rest of the figures. Oh, we have a cloth cape here. So, this is nice. Really nice. Like that. Okay, see, already, I didn't know that. I took them out of the box because I just thought everything was going to be hard plastic like this is. And already I'm going, oh, well, that's cool. I like that. I'm not happy with the eyes either, but we're going to focus. We're going to look at that in a second. So, out of the coffin, let's do an instant pose here. And I'm liking this leathery part up here. It's very, I don't know if I could, nope, it doesn't feel like it can come off. And that's good, because sometimes I don't like that. I don't want it to come off. So if we do little bit of the bats here. His feet are a little tough. 6/21. I hunt that Walmart all the time, and I'm always disappointed. So you're going to have to give me some heads up from time to time. I do like these riding boots that he has. These are nice. These come up here. That's really nice detail. I'm having a little problem standing him, and he's going down already. So let's twist that leg this way. He's very uneven. All right, there you go. He's up. But I'm not, as we zoom in here on the eyes, we've got crooked eyes. At least I think they're crooked. I mean, they're okay. They're not great. I don't know. I like the fact that we saw eyes, and that was very much like the comic book. But when I don't know. I think if they were white, which I may just do, paint them over white. I'm always shy on that. I always think it ruins the figure in some way. So it looks like these are attached right there. So I'm not gonna mess with them. But again, this is a $6. This is a $6 figure to me. This isn't a $20 figure. So, ooh, these come out. So we have these little. Hold on. Will he stand on his own? And we got these little daggers here that came right out of the belt. Now, this I like. So we've got 4 daggers in various sizes. Here's a better thing. Can he actually hold it? Yeah. There he is. He's actually holding that. These are like little throwing daggers. Oh, he just dropped it. And I literally... Oh, here it is. So now, this is something that it says this is not for a kid. Because a kid's going to lose this in 2 seconds. And this is going to get swallowed. Like my brother, when he was little, oh my God, he would have swallowed this in 2 seconds. He put everything in his mouth. And this is like a 6 or 7 year old doing this. So But I do like the texture here that we have. Look at that. That's great. A little extra detail. We've got the... Now, in the comic, this was a like a fencing vest. So I really like that. And then you've got the buckles here on both sides. So the hands move pretty good. Let's see. Let's put the other hands in and see what we got. I'm glad at the ears. They bend a little bit, but I don't feel as if they're... Oh, see, actually, they're really standing tight out there. What is my favorite character in DC Comics? It probably would be Batman. D-Boy's there for a while. I was really into the Green Lantern, and I still sort of am. But I do love the Flash. Oh, see, here we go. This is what's fun about doing these reviews. Wait, where is it? There we go. This hand here looks like it's a little bit more set up for the daggers. So let's do this hand, which makes Batman a lefty. Oh, yeah. Yeah, these are good. Yeah, this is much better. So there you go. And I guess you could... Nope, can't really go in it from the bottom. But you go from the top, and you're fine. So we could set this up, and he could be ready to throw this. Oh, that arm looks... Oh, look, he's pretty good there. So there he is. Let's try to give him a pose. I hate it when I can't pose a figure in a certain way. So... And he's going to go... Now, to be fair to him, the cardboard here that I use is actually on a piece of marble, and it's starting to get a little warped because I think it's getting used a lot lately. And I don't even know why I have it. I think it just bounces the light better. So his legs are pretty. Ooh. And there he is. Not bad. Do I collect Power Rangers? No, I'm not the Power Rangers guy. That's the other guy. That's MJ. What's your difference between the first Powers Armored Lex and the second build? I have no idea, Colby. I had no idea that there were two different ones. But now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just using the old molds. So let's check out these other hands here. So we have two sets of hands, and they look like to be a little bit more on the articulated side. So the hands are kind of neat. I like them, but there's nothing really for him to hold on to. So, like, I could appreciate one's a fist and this one holds something, but let's see how well... Oh, and get this. So this is a little odd. Are we noticing something here? Oh, okay. No, I was about to slam Mattel. My bad. One's a right, one's a left. There has been numerous times, where people have brought in and said, hey, I got two left hands. And maybe sometimes you're supposed to, but we've got one of each here. So, looking good. D-Boy, you collect DC, Marvel, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Power Rangers. Yeah, well, dude, I collect Marvel, Star Wars. I've got Migos, which I never thought I would have. The occasional Pop. Star Wars is really my bread and butter, though. That's what I probably have the most of. Well, what am I saying? Probably. It is what I have the most of. So, hand went in pretty good. Kind of like that one a little bit better. Almost more like he's reaching out for something. So let's get this one out. It's always good to do both hands, see how they hold up here. So, I love these. These are like a rubber. They're not a hard plastic. They're like a little tiny bendy rubber. So, that's nice. Yeah, I know, 6er21. You love your Transformers. So, here we go. Oh, no, that's just a joint. I thought I broke it. So, as you can see here, the joint comes down. So, the peg itself can go either way, which is, if you watch my Gremlins review, this did not happen. It just broke right off. I think that's Tyranny. Welcome to the club. Well, it's really bendy, so it's kind of making it a little difficult. Oh, went right in. So, all right. He's not good for posing, but again, his legs spread really easy. So look how far. Yes, this is the new multi-universe Batman. I saw him a couple months ago. I didn't like him. He was on a cart at Target, and... Dankins, as you just joined us now and bring you up to speed, I was at Target yesterday or the day before, and I found him for $5.98. That was the tag on the label. I went and scanned it, and it came up at $5.98. And I went, you know what? There's no way that I can walk out of here without buying this figure. And I figured, you know what? Let's review him. So I'm not wowed by him. I like him. I just wish there was a little bit more I could do. So let's see if I can give him a little bit more of a pose. I don't know. Like, I'm not in awe of the figure. And it's funny because, you know, it's such an honest review when I bought it, and then, you know, to say, you know, I didn't get this for free. You saw me buy it. Everybody saw me in the store to have it. So I don't know. I'm just not 100% sold. Now he's, you know, we got the joints up here to move the legs. I'm just not getting a solid pose. And it's funny because the more and more I talk about this, I look up here in the corner, which you can't see, is my Mezco 112 Frank Miller Batman. And, oh, can we get a look at his face? Sure. And I keep wanting to get him, and I know he can pose in any way I put him. So, yeah, it's kind of, you know, his eyes aren't bad. I kind of thought at first they were kind of okay. But, you know, this is a $20 figure from Mattel, and I got him for $6. So, buy this at $5 below or get him on sale? Yes, I highly recommend it. I had my choice between him, Wonder Woman, and the other guy, and I was like, yeah, Batman is still Batman. So, not loving it. Do I collect DC Comics of the TV shows like The Flash and the Green Arrow? Well, D-Boys, I have the DC icons of The Flash and the Reverse Flash. Those are the only two of the TV series line that I have. I got those from our founder, Jarrett Cruz. He gave those to me, and they're actually DC collectibles, but I've never taken them out of the box. Yeah, white out his eyes, Akins. That's what I was thinking too. I said that earlier, that it maybe just white out his eyes, but this is how he looked in the comic. So it's a little bit different than, you know, I don't want to ruin what the character or what the figure's supposed to look like. That's just me. I'm just weird. So, you know, one of those kind of deals. Now, I'm going to reuse this cape for Constable Zuvio. I kind of thought that would be a good thing to use. I've actually used the Zuvio cape in another video that we had when he was addressing everybody at the Toys R Us wake that we had. So, not loving the figure. He's okay. He feels very flimsy to me. And you saw it. I just took him right out of the box. But I'm having a hard time posing him in a way that makes me go, wow, that's a cool figure. You know, who did we review the other day? Like, I think I liked the Rose Tico figure better because it had more surprises. There were little details. Like, the belt's nice. Can't really take it off. We'll do backside here. I mean, it feels like if I really worked at it, I could take the belt off. But this cloth cape is nice. It's maybe the only thing that I really like about it. But if I was a kid, would I want this Batman? I don't know if I'd read the story or maybe watched the cartoon, the recent cartoon, which was really good. You know, I think so. The only thing you leave in the box, D-Boys, are Funko Pops. You know, there's always surprises when you open some of them up, though. There's little jokes that they put inside the boxes. But this Batman wants to spread his legs almost like a dancer and just be posed. It's a little tough. So I'm going to wrap this up here. There he is. I like the cape. I like all this. I think I'd have to change this head. I think I'd have to find a different head. And I don't know. I'm not 100% set on everything. But let's compare them. Now, I reviewed this Aquaman. Actually up on our YouTube channel right now, which is just Action Figure Junkies. Type that in as three separate words. Action Figure Junkies. And it'll bring you up to the YouTube page. He should be the first thing you see. So, do you have a figure to put him next to for size? I'm doing it right now, Dakins. And so he's definitely a little bit more on the 6.5. He's about 7 inches with his ears. He's okay. For $6. So now if I look at it from that perspective of I only paid $6 for him, this is a figure I would pay $6 for. But with all these points of articulation and the extra weapons, I love the belt, love the cape, and actually like the shoulder part of the cape. You know, but every time I move this foot, he just wants to spread his legs more and more and be a dancer. So if we do this, I think he looks okay. I'm going to try and take a couple pictures with him out in my hallway. It's very bricky out there. But as figures go, I think he's okay. For the price, $6, I think is solid. But as a Batman figure to give to a kid, he's okay. If you're a fan of this Batman, I think you might have gotten something a little bit better. So, real quick, Action Figure Junkies is on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So please follow us on our social channels. We did a review every day this week. We'll repost of all of these reviews that you guys have been tuning into. So I really appreciate it. And stay tuned. We're about to launch the next phase of Action Figure Junkies, and our YouTube lives are going to start up again soon, as well as our Facebook lives. Actually, it might even be a simulcast. We're still working out the details, and the new setup is going to be built within the next couple weeks, hopefully sooner than later. So thank you for tuning in.